man in the capsule on his way up that shaft. Lisa LaFlamme is on the scene at the San Jose mine in Chile, and I must tell you in advance that we are on a technological delay tonight. It'll be 5 seconds after I announce her that she will start speaking. So Lisa, if you can hear me, no Lisa yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to that picture again then, because this is something that you'll be seeing a lot of tomorrow. These were some of the moments earlier when the capsule descended into the mine, and there was that moment when the mining engineer stepped out, embraced the miners, and just think of it. He was the first person from above ground these men would have seen in 69 days. Then the first miner got in the shaft and is now on his way up. And he is a man by the name of Florencio Avalos. His job down there is a driver. He's 31 years old. When this happened, by the way, the miners broke into the national anthem. The national anthem was being sung all over Chile. It was one of those dramatic moments that this country has not seen in a very long time. And this is unprecedented because this kind of operation has never been tried before. It's like an elevator, but that particular elevator has to twist and turn to snake its way down, especially in the lower portion of the shaft. This is called Operation San Lorenzo, after the patron saint of miners. The capsule itself is called the Phoenix. Here's the moment where the men were greeted by the mining engineer, and they all look very relaxed and happy. Obviously, they've been leading up to this moment. They've been psychologically testing themselves for the time when they would get in that capsule. And remember, there are 33 of them, so this is going to take about 33 hours for this operation to be completed. So we're looking at a full day or more of this unfolding over the next little while. We have with us medical specialist, CTV medical specialist Marla Shapiro, who has been watching this operation over the last several hours herself. So, Marla, if these men have been prepared for the moment, as apparently has happened, what would have gone on leading up to this time?
Well, leading up to this time, we know that they've been working on continuing to exercise. There's a lot of concern that they lose muscle mass. They've had no vitamin D exposure. We know that accelerated bone loss is a concern. Fatigue, weakness. Even with the hydration that they've been given, we still worry about dehydration. We worry about their underlying medical conditions. We know that someone down there is diabetic. There is another one who's hypertensive. There may be other illnesses that we're unaware of. Their psychological fitness. And now, as they take this ascent, going somewhat slowly, there is the concern that decompression can be an issue. Not too likely because they're mostly at sea level, but nevertheless there is a concern about vertigo, dizziness, nausea, even vomiting as they ascend. So for the past 6 hours or so, they've been only on a liquid diet to decrease the risk that should this happen, they would not aspirate. Disorientation, and then of course all the psychological concerns, post-traumatic stress disorder. The list seems quite long.
All right, now we should tell you, as you're speaking, Marlon, tell our viewers that we're watching pictures from Chilean television here. So the cameras are flashing around a lot. We're seeing picture at the mine head. We're seeing pictures from underground. Some of the videotape earlier when the mining engineer walked out. There will be a medical person down there as well checking them out. And Marla, we understand that they are wearing some special kind of clothing as they ascend. These pictures, 700 meters down. Now, in terms of the psychological aspect of all of this, Martha, what do you think they would be, what sort of state would they be in mentally, and how would they prepare themselves for all of this?
Well, you know, there's been very good communication, and they've had a very clear timeline in terms of what to expect, and I think that realism for them has helped to ground them. For 20 days they were in the dark. No one knew whether they were alive or not. Imagine first the initial jubilation when they realized that people knew that they were alive. So they've been fighting for their mental wellness. We don't know what their mental health was like prior to entering this situation, but certainly looking at them and their level of jubilation, this is a band of men who have really formed a family together. They've supported each other. We've heard throughout all of this that nobody wants to be first. Everybody wants to be last.
Oh, man, even fit in a hole that size, it's just truly a remarkable thing. And when that siren sounds, that will be the sound this country has been waiting for 69 days, Lloyd.
Yes, that sound, Lisa, will signal that the first miner is on the surface in the Phoenix capsule, named for that mythical bird that rose from the ashes. And of course, when you think of it, in another situation, at another time, we wouldn't be watching this kind of scene. We would be hearing about a mine being sealed up. The trapped miners would have died below ground, and crosses in remembrance of them would be placed on the surface. So this is the first time that this kind of technology has been used in a mine rescue operation, and we are waiting to see whether it's going to be totally successful. They are prepared for eventualities should they have to rescue somebody. And this is the moment. There it is. The Phoenix arriving on the surface of the Earth. And here is Florencio Avalos, 31 years old.
That is the moment, and the celebration here is enormous.
Well, Lisa, we were told 5 minutes before we came to air that it would take 15 minutes, and it's almost dead on because we've been on the air now about 10 minutes, and the first man is on the surface. This has to be his son or and other members of his family there with him.
I don't know if you can hear the cheering, Lloyd. The cheering here in the mine road is phenomenal. The sight of those lights, it's like a merry-go-round, if you will. The lights over the mine. You're looking at a tight shot, but I'm looking at the mine itself, and it's like flashing lights over top as they welcome him back after 69 days.
Oh, what a moment, what a moment. And look at him. So much for the triage that was going to prevent them from saying hello to their family. He's embracing the little boy, and he looks in great condition. Great condition.
Now,
go ahead, Lisa.
I should tell you, Lloyd, Florencio actually has 4 sisters, and they have all been here at this mine, also living in the tents along with their parents. There's children, his 2 children. What a moment. This is truly something. This family for 17 days thought he was dead. His brother is still trapped down in that mine, but there he is hugging the Minister of Mines. What a moment this is. Unforgettable.
He's the father of 2, and he's obviously in good health. He's an experienced miner, second in command, apparently, of the team trapped in the mine site. He is supposedly shy, and in fact, he was the first who filmed the others down there. So he was the last to go on camera. And Florencio would be among those miners. You said earlier, so much for the...
I was talking to his father.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Alicia. Well, all right, we seem to have lost Lisa for a moment there, but there is the scene.
About the personality differences in the 2 brothers, and the fact that one of them, Florencio, is the one with the sense of humor, and he was the one who was keeping some of the other miners sort of keeping their spirits up, because a lot of this is the psychological impact of being trapped underground. We understand that 19-year-old Jimmy Sanchez, he was going through the most trouble psychologically, and all the other miners were trying to keep his peace. Only 19, he was 5 days working at that mine when this cave-in happened. So to lose Florencio, who according to his family has an enormous sense of humor, I'm sure they're going to feel it. I mean, you think about the personalities underground, and each one plays a role, plays off the other, and now one of the most significant players is above ground. And obviously it was a success. It's going to be interesting to see. Oh, there's more cheering.
Lisa, we're watching pictures here of them taking him into the medical facility finally. We understand that there was a little argument among the miners about this with the medical people up above, because the plan was that they were going to go straight into triage and be checked out. That apparently had not happened, so they had to throw that script out the window because the miners, I guess, as one, said, look, when we get on that surface, we want to see our family. We want to see our loved ones first. That's what's important here.